Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to your own channel ACS2. We are making this video on very, urgent mode. But why? What is happening in these 3 days that we are making this video on so urgent note? Now, Akashji will disclose everything. Let's welcome Akash Chauhanji from Calgary, Canada. Namaskar, Ram Ram Akashji.
Namaskar, Ram Ram Rohitji. So this is absolutely very important and very rarest event. While making the weekly video, we discussed, right? This is one of the event that is going to come once in a lifetime. So around after almost Rohitji, 140 years, more than 140 years actually, but yeah, till the time I counted, it is almost 140 years. This thing is happening. 5 planets will be in Taurus, and every planet except Rahu and Ketu will be aspecting Scorpio. So that is going to be a crazy event. It is happening from 5th to 8th of June. So that means from today till 8th of June. The only reason I'm sorry I'm making this video very late because I was not well. That's why I couldn't make it. But let's get on to it. Now, before we start the video, there is one very beautiful thing that we are doing. Find your partner. This is a new thing that we are starting on AC Astro, where we can do marriage announcements for you. So for example, if you are looking for a groom, from a partner, for a bride, for a groom, you need to contact us on WhatsApp and email and register yourself for marriage announcements. Now what happens here is that we will take your name, your details, your birth chart will be seen by me, and I will announce it in all of my videos. In the end of the videos, there will be a section that will be only meant for marriage announcements, where we say that, okay, for example, like example, I have a friend who is a pilot who is supposed to get married. His name is Mukul. And he's based in India. From 17 years, he's a pilot, 87 born, Brahman, Bharadwaj. So, he's looking for marriage. So right now I don't have his chart because we had to make this video in very urgent basis. But I will be putting the chart, I will be putting all the details and giving the contact details of the person who needs to be contacted, so that it's directly you will start getting lot of proposals. Those who believe in astrology, those who are of your own caste, those who, and later if you want, I can match your charts and then we can move forward. Rohitji, what do you think?
I think great initiative you have taken because
Yeah,
this marriage thing is, yes, this is made in heavens. Now this is a Kali Yuga. This is made on digital platforms also, and
yeah,
we have customer base across the world. Now this is
ex-
very good. Now few people want that. Okay, my chart is promising that I have to marry some foreign person. I have to go abroad, and you have so much customer base abroad also. And
yeah,
some people living in abroad, they want to marry in India. So there
yeah,
is, I think, perfect. This is perfect platform, and I think I congratulate you for this thing. And
yeah,
I first you already told that you have a pilot guy who want to marry. So
yeah.
this first enrollment.
Exactly. Yeah, he is already on board. He's like,
Hmm.
and it's a very minimal fees, very only because I want serious people. Otherwise there will be. I
Yes,
have
only serious people.
serious people. Otherwise, no, no, not
And
needed. You will
one
not.
disclaimer I want to say here, that this is a platform where we will give you an information about a girl or boy. Rest of the things, like you have to do verification, you have to see all, check all things that you have to do personally. This is only platform to provide the information. So this is a
Exactly.
disclaimer.
Exactly, Rohitji. But yeah, I think maybe let God take the decision, and maybe we can
Yes,
get some good people together,
right,
because this is the
right.
number one thing in an appointment. 10 appointments in a day. The number one appointment, more than five, are marriage. Marriage. When am I getting married? When am
Yes,
I getting married? Because
yes.
right now, and Manglik dosha, this that. So we
Even
will
in
be
live, even in live, if we take
married.
50 charts, 40 are marriage.
Marriage. Exactly. So this is the initiative. Let's hope for the best. You will have to register. It is going to be a registration, very minimal, very minimal. Like you can't even imagine that minimal fees. And then this will help you for us to put your chart, give your details, and so that anyone who's non-Manglik. So if someone is looking for a non-Manglik person, someone is looking for a Manglik person, someone is looking for what age, what profession, what area, we will discuss everything on the platform. Thank you so much. Moving on, Rohiji. Now, the main topic of this video, after approximately 140 years, this yoga is happening because it takes like almost 10 cycles to create such kind of a yoga. Here, if you see Mars aspecting the eighth house and everyone sitting in the second house aspecting the eighth house, and Saturn aspecting the eighth house. Eighth house is the house of accidents, sudden ups and downs, trouble, diseases, problems, fights, even fear, some kind of in fact some kind of, if anyone gets bitten by a snake, scorpion, any dog, any cat, any kind of infection, any kind of problems related to inheritance, fight over some kind of property, receiving some insurance money, this is what the eighth house is all about. And all the planets are aspecting the eighth house. Here the lagna lord, the most positive that thing that has happened is Mars in its own mool trikon sign and aspecting the eighth house, so it is trying to save. But other planets who are not very good friends with Mars, like Mercury, like when we talk about Saturn, okay, like good and bad. Here, every other planet is aspecting the eighth house, so there can be in next 2 days, 5th to 8th of June, there can be some absolute immense transformation that you guys can go through in all the aspects that I spoke about. It is very important for you not to drive rash, not to eat any kind of food, not to do alcohol poisoning, not to get into any kind of fight, not to try new adventures like going to a forest or something, where something can bite you or you can get some infection. So this is the time of extreme caution where we have to make sure that most. What do you think, Rohit? This eighth house, right? Eighth house is the house of lot of sudden events.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is 3 days full of sudden events, and you rightly said the second house is the food also, our mouth also. So the best thing is to eat at home, eat pure, take care, because something happening sudden regarding to second and eighth house. Then this is relating to inheritance and family also. So Akashji, I want you to give some remedy also because this is rarest event, and I want some simple remedy for people.
Very simple remedy. When we talk about this kind of placement, this kind of planets, all the seven planets, ho na, in also we can exclude Rahu and Ketu. If we take Rahu's drishti also, for example, if we take the ninth aspect of Rahu, then also it is coming on Scorpio. So if we take it, but Parashara, somewhere it says that yes, you should take somewhere. No, but what K. N. Rao sir says is no, not to take it. So we are not taking it. The best remedy during this time is the mantra, the Navgraha mantra. Brahmaa Muraaris-Tripuraantakaarii, Bhaanuh, Shashii, Bhuumisuto, Budhash-Ca, Gurush-Ca, Shukrah, Shani-Raahu-Ketavah, Sarve Graha Shantikara Bhavantu. This is the mantra. I will put it in the description in Hindi and in English so that you can look
Yes,
at it,
this
and also just Google it, or you will find it so you can hear it as well.
This 20-second mantra will please all the nine planets in 20 seconds. And the
Exactly.
best way this is, I think.
Exactly, best way. Moving on to Taurus ascendant people. When we talk about Taurus ascendant people, approximately after 140 years, this kind of yoga is happening, and you will not find this, but it is happening exactly in the house related to your relationship. Now, what is happening? If you see the five planets here in your ascendant aspecting the seventh house, in fact, Moon also from the 12th house aspecting the seventh house. So, when seventh house and 12th house have any connection, what happens? Loss of partnership, some kind of fraud in partnerships, in relationships, some kind of legal trouble, problem in the legal area in related to spouse or business partnerships, some kind of contract that you sign can put you into some kind of trouble. So the next 3 days, 5th to 8th, don't try to avoid any possible legal thing that you can do. Maintain silence in your relationships, maintain silence with business partners. This is also the time, because see, the eighth house is eight, the sign Scorpio is all about hidden things. Here a lot of hidden things about your partners, about your husband, about your wife, about your business partners, about your associates may come out during this time. So it is and it's not only these five planets and Mars, it is Saturn as well. The 10th aspect of Saturn is happening on the 7th house. So it's a very crazy time, very important. That's why this video is just to give you a little bit of relief, that or just intimation that there is going to be some problem related to your relationship, marriage. Seventh house is also a maraka. Here the maraka lord has gone to the 12th house, so very careful in terms of some police cases, some hospital, some kind of disease, anything that comes to you, immediately run, because there you will be able to help yourself. It is a time of caution, and that is why this video we are making. So try to make it to the best. There is one simple remedy, the Navgraha mantra, which is Brahmaa Muraaris-Tripuraantakaarii, Bhaanuh, Shashii, Bhuumisuto, Budhash-Ca, Gurush-Ca, Shukrah, Shani-Raahu-Ketavah, Sarve Shantikara Bhavantu. It is going to be mentioned below. You can just search it on YouTube and listen to it, because that is going to give you a little bit of confidence as well as a little bit of security during this time. Okay, so that all the 9 planets are pleased. Have a very attentive and blissful week. For Gemini ascendant people, approximately after 140 years, here is when in the 12th house there are 5 planets. 11th house is 1 planet, 9th house is 1, and everyone is aspecting the 6th house of diseases, of enemies, of some kind of legal trouble, some kind of what you say, some kind of workplace problem in the workplace. And what is this happening? Sudden event. It is all everything, man, sudden, because as soon as moon comes into absolute power, it will get into Amavasya as well. That means it's a new moon, Amavasya. All the planets aspecting the 8th house. Moon's debilitated aspect here. Saturn's 10th aspect here, and 10th aspect is all about your workplace, and Saturn sitting in the 9th house is putting 10th aspect here. Lot of people may have work related problem, work related stress. Okay, do not try to make any big decision in workplace. Try to be as much as disciplined as possible, because all the planets sitting in the 12th house can bring you to hospital, to jail, to some kind of isolated places, which is not very good. Those who are traveling, those who are trying to travel somewhere, very careful, because here 12th house, you may have, I will give you one recent today's story, Rohitji. I have someone who messaged me from an airport in Canada. I don't want to name the ascendant or anything, because I don't want to scare anyone. They were deported back. Exactly such kind of placement only, because moon is already entered Rohini Nakshatra. It is already in the place. So all the planets are aspecting the 6th house. So that person was deported back from the airport. There was no remedy which worked, only because he lied on his paper that, okay, I was doing something. So what happened? Legal trouble. He deported, now cannot come to Canada for next 5 years, and never ever, because once you are deported, you cannot come back. So such kind of things were lying, trouble with the government, cheating, any kind of disease, health wise you feel any problem, immediately run to the hospital. Things, it is a time of critical event. Do not take loan, do not try to fight with someone, do not get into physical fighting. It can put you to hospital as well. Only the positive thing that we have is that Mars is aspecting its own sign. But this is also, the 6th house, where it's a Dushtana. So Mars also is a Krura planet. So, once it's like majority wins. If they say, okay, we are doing this, then Mars says, okay, I cannot help it. I will try to save as much as possible. So be careful for the next 3 days. Otherwise, do the mantra. Brahmaa Muraaris-Tripuraantakaarii, Bhaanuh, Shashii, Bhuumisuto, Budhash-Ca, Gurush-Ca, Shukrah, Shani-Raahu-Ketavah, Sarve Shantikara Bhavantu. Very important. Now, all the best. Those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. And there is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. Click. You will be able to come to me. And also, there is one good news, that those who are wanting to get married, we are starting a new service. Those who cannot find groom, we will be announcing their chart, their details on the platform, where you can, and your contact will be given directly, so that directly the profiles or the interest can come to your number, or your only serious people are required. There will be a very nominal minimal fees for registration, because otherwise I will get I tell you, Rohiji, what happened once. Someone gave me a birth chart, and I was very generous to take it. When I'm like, okay, this is not eating from last 3 days. My child is not eating from last. It was the 1-year-old chart, and I was like, okay, let me see. And I said, you know what, this is the problem. The planets are like this. So what you should, so from 3 days, how is the child? Did you take it to emergency? That was a no, not eating at all. What do we do? Then later she told me that it is a cat. The child is a cat. So such kind of stupid people also exist in the universe. So that's why we don't want any kind of people who are non-serious. So non-serious can unsubscribe and go from here. We don't require them. Serious people who really want to make a difference in their life are invited. For more details, everything is in the description below. For Cancer ascendant people, after 140 years approximately, this is a very big yoga that is happening. And what is happening is all the planets, all the seven planets except Rahu and Ketu. In fact, if you take Rahu also aspect, then and the Rahu also, they're aspecting the fifth house for you. That is the house of Scorpio. It is completely under affliction. Moon is putting a debilitated aspect. There is Amavasya, that means new moon happening. On top of that, we see Mars is also aspecting the Kendra. It's a very Yoga Karaka planet, Mars here. It is aspecting the fifth house. That means fifth house is a Yoga Karaka house. Here, all the planets aspecting can create a little bit of turmoil or can little bit of challenge, because what happens now. For example, 10 people are there in a room, and then there is one watermelon. Everyone is said that now make a juice out of it, so everyone will use their own techniques. No, let's press it like this, let's do this is what is happening. So there is a lot of confusion in the area related to creativity, children, and happiness. In fact, this is also the place of fame and defame, the fifth house, so there can be a little bit of challenge in that area. It is also the house of past life karmas, that what you have created. So in the past, if you have done something wrong, this is the time that Scorpio is just that Scorpio is hidden under the sand. It will come up during this time, because all the planets, the spotlight is on Scorpio, so there is going to be some kind of hidden thing that comes out. Very, very extremely careful approach for all the Cancer ascendant people, not to make any major decision in terms of your career, or in terms of your children, in terms of applying for new education. Some people can also get into fraud, into things related to some kind of money. Someone is taking from you on some, you're socially, someone says that, oh, I invested here, I made money. Speculative gains, you invest here, you will get money. Next 3 days, be very silent, say you're not available at all, there is no investment you want to do. This is what is required for all the Cancer ascendant people. In the share market, in any kind of speculative investment, be extremely careful. It may look like something else, and it may be very, very different, and you may. And Saturn, on the other hand, from the 8th house, is all seven planets: Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, Moon, Sun, everyone is aspecting Scorpio. So just imagine, this is a very, very intense time for your fifth house, that is creativity, speculative gain, children, education, and love life. Lot of misunderstanding in love life can also happen, so try to avoid at the most. Do a small remedy. Brahmaa Muraaris-Tripuraantakaarii Bhaanuh Shashii Bhuumisuto Budhash-Ca Gurush-Ca Shukrah Shani-Raahu-Ketavah Sarvo Graha Shanti Kara Bhavantu. This is a small mantra. It is down. I have put it below in the description. Click, you can find on YouTube many people have created this. So you should listen to this and be very humble, be very silent, be very, very, how do I say, be very, very relaxed, and also share your feedback once this 3 days happens. That what was it? How did you go through this? All the best, and those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe, and there is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. Here, this is a good news for everyone on AC Astro, the whole family. Marriage announcement. So what is this marriage announcement? It is that we will be making, you will send us your details, you'll send us your complete details about your chart, your I will make your chart. I will see if you're manglik, non-manglik, what not. Then we will also announce your chart on the channel, that this is the person, this is their profession, this is what they are expecting, this is what they are not, they are looking for, and what is their doshas, and what is the kind of chart that we are looking for. So you will get a very, very personalized, first of all, description about your chart, as well as you will also get featured here in the video, so that if anyone who's potentially very, very close to what your requirements are, they can contact you directly. And may God bless you, may the marriage happen, may the partnership happen. See, I will just make sure that you get some traction, then to verify and to go on and to see and to match the chart and stuff like that, that is a complete different process. So here, this is only just a platform for you, because already when we put videos, 10-15,000 people watch, and out of that 5,000 people are looking for marriage. So there is a big bank which can come towards you, and you may find your life partner. So all the best, guys. Thank you so much. For Leo ascendant, after approximately 140 years, this yoga is happening, where all the planets will be looking at the fourth house, the Sukha Sthan. Here, the Sukh can be a little bit challenged. Now, exactly, Rohitji, I am Leo ascendant, and all my friends, my brothers, sisters, some girlfriends, all watching Leo ascendant. Here, they can feel this. The problem is that, Rohitji, in last 3-4 days, the palpitation, the trouble, the struggle, very bad. very very bad. My arm has this now, my glucose monitor, because my fluctuations, I'm getting cold sweats, crazy. I don't know why. Everything is good, like God is, everything is very very positive, but something, this is what planets do, right? Your energy is drained completely. And the fourth house is the house related to heart, related to lungs, related to chest. For women it is the breast. So here, if you find any kind of indication that something wrong is happening, immediately what is the thing? Run to the doctor. Fourth house is your home, your house. Be very careful, especially Mars is aspecting its own sign. It's a Krura planet. Here is Yoga Karaka, but Krura, that means fire. Some kind of fire, some kind of thing related to, some sudden events like burning. These are the things that can happen to you. House can come on fire. Whenever Mars and Rahu were together, we saw, right, Rohitji, what happened in so many places in the world. Fire, fire, children dead, fire, fire. This is Angarak Yoga. But Mars is now its own sign, aspecting the eighth. And not only that, moon aspecting with debilitated, sun is looking, there is Amavasya happening, Saturn is looking, every planet, damn planet is looking there. Even if you take Rahu for consideration, if we take Rahu's drishti, it is not, there is no drishti of Rahu, according to many people. According to some, there are. Rahu is also watching the ninth house, the eighth house in your fourth sign. So extremely careful in terms of mother's health.
No driving.
No driving,
No
rash
driving.
driving, no driving. In fact, it is also the house of vehicle and property. No signing property papers, no doing some kind of fraud can happen here. This is the indication here. So extremely careful time in terms of fourth house, that is inner peace, security, mother's health, anything to do with property, vehicle, purchase, sale, anything to do with health related to heart, chest, what do you say, just above upper abdomen till your lungs. Everything is ruled by the fourth house. So this is just a caution video. Do the mantra, that is Brahmaa Muraaris-Tripuraantakaarii, Bhaanuh, Shashii, Bhuumisuto, Budhash-Ca, Gurush-Ca, Shukrah, Shani-Raahu-Ketavah, Sarvo Shanti Kara Bhavantu. That means, here God, or may all the planets be very very relaxed during this time, because I don't want any trouble in my life. This is what is required. All the best, Leo ascendant people. There's a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. And those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. For Virgo ascendant people, Rohitji, here approximately after 140 years, very very important. Approximately, so it is like 141 or 143, between this, because there is a little bit confusion which I am also having because of moon. But yeah, this is what happened here. Is all the planets will be looking at the third house of hardships: Saturn, Mars, Mercury, Sun, Moon, Venus, Jupiter. In fact, if you consider those people who consider, I don't consider Rahu's Drishti, but those people who consider Rahu's Drishti also, it is also coming on the third house. Third house is the house of extreme hardship, courage, determination, neighbors, siblings, your siblings and younger siblings, as well as the social, little bit of social network that you have. So it's an extreme important house, man. House of communication. This is the time that you yourself can be a victim of false communication. Someone can tell you something and it might happen in a different way, in your relationship area, in your workplace, in the area related to education. Those who are thinking of going for education, higher education, there can be some trouble here. They can have some kind of fraud. Those who are traveling on a short distance can, get into some kind of mishap. So what do we need to do? Why is this video being made? To be careful, to be, make sure that, during this hard time, we are all together in this. It's not like only Virgo ascendant is having this. It is every ascendant which is having all aspect on the house of Scorpio, which is a very very hidden house, hidden things, sudden events related to travel, short distance travel, sudden events related to your siblings, sudden events related to your social. Do not write any kind of stupidity on your social network. It can be used against you in terms of law and order, because see, the 12th house lord is also looking there, the 6th house lord is also looking there. So why do you want to get into any kind of trouble through your communication? So yes, if Modi is winning, Rahul Gandhi is, you don't have to care about it. You care about yourself, that what is happening with your life. Do not get into any kind of politics. Let them run the world, their own country. Let you run your own life. This is what is important during this time. Extremely cautious time. Now, there is one small mantra here, that is Brahmaa Muraaris-Tripuraantakaarii Bhaanuh Shashii Bhuumisuto Budhash-Ca Gurush-Ca Shukrah Shani-Raahu-Ketavah Sarvo Graha Shantikara Bhavantu. This is a mantra. I have put it on the description, in the description everywhere, so that you can chant it, and this will help you during this time to make all the planets very, very calm down. This is the mantra written in Rig Veda. So I think someone has must thought and written it. So just, sometimes saying Ram 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 Ram, Go Shiva Shiva does not help. It is like just saying that, hey Shiva, I want your blessings, thank you so much. That is what is required. So this Brahma Murari is that same thing, that okay, I bow down in front of Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma, and say that all the 9 planets that you have created should be very shant for me. Simple. Okay, all the best. There's a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments, and those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. For Libra ascendant people, my favorite guys, that's why I'm making this video, and especially related to second houses, where all the planets after 140 years are going to be looking at the same sign. Very, very rare event. This is not going to come at all. Just try counting it when it will come next. When will Saturn come in the fifth house? After 30 years. Then when will come Jupiter come years? After 12 more years, then Saturn is gone. Then again, it's crazy. Like, so almost 140 years is when this event happens once in a lifetime. This is a time of extreme caution that is related to investments, related to family matters. Some kind of, your some kind of secret can be revealed during this time. Extreme secret that you have, that can ruin your relationship, ruin gains from partnership, ruin your marriage, ruin your love life, ruin your family equation. This is something that can happen, because fifth house lord aspecting second house, seventh house lord aspecting seventh house, all the planets in the eighth house, and eighth house lord aspecting the second house. So what does this mean? This means, in fact, chalo, if you want to take Rahu's drishti, ninth drishti, someone who, people who considers Rahu drishti aspecting the second house, so that means lot of influence on your speech, something that you will say and you will be caught, something that you will try to communicate, you will be, something where you will try to hide some status, it will be seen, something where you will try to act smart with your family, you will be caught. So very important, very important, be very silent, not to be very aggressive, not to be speaking too much. The more you speak, the more it will work against you. The next 3 days is completely about mantra chanting. All the planets in the 8th house, Ketu in the 12th house, telling be spiritual. Try to, take a lot of occult help. That means try to take help of things related to the mantras that we do, like the mantra which I am giving to everyone, which is the Navgraha mantra. Brahmaa Muraaris-Tripuraantakaarii Bhaanuh Shashii Bhuumisuto Budhash-Ca Gurush-Ca Shukrah Shani-Raahu-Ketavah Sarvo Graha Shantikara Bhavantu. Very important. This is the mantra which I have put down. You can search it on YouTube, the Navgraha mantra, and start listening to it, because this is going to help you. No lying, no investing money, no eating some kind of non-veg or junk, no alcohol poisoning can happen. You can even go see, in fact, the 12th house lord is in the 8th house, sudden ups and downs in health. No legally, no fighting with any kind of enemies, no confronting them, no physical violence, nothing. Just be very, very, very simple for the next 3 days. No investments in terms of property, no selling of fixed assets, no selling gold or buying gold during this time. For the next 3 days, extremely important. Please, please, I love you all. Like Libra, you're very close to my heart. So very importantly, I would say that please follow this. I'm not getting anything out of it. I'm just giving you. Everything is in front of you. I'm not making up things you can see in your front of you. All the best. Second house is a Maraka. Always remember that Maraka means killer house, and Maraka planet is in the seventh house. That is, Maraka is very strong. So very, very careful. You can get killed, not killed like literally die. You can get killed for your sins. Eighth house is the house of sins, man. Your sins will come out and stand in front of you. That pap, you did the pap. Now this is the prayashchit for it. So that's why I'm saying you do this mantra at the most. All the best, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful time. I hope that you do this mantra and you are safe and everything is positive. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments, and those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. For Scorpio ascendant people now, I think Rohitji, what do you think? One of the most affected people of for this transit, right?
Yes, you can say, because Lagan Lord is getting aspect from everywhere, and Lagan Lord in itself in the sixth house also. So you can say yes, most affected people, and yes, Scorpio people, 3 days sit at home, watch movies, eat food, postpone everything to next 3 days.
I'll tell you more. If you see here, all the planets are in Kendra. Can you see Saturn in Kendra? Can you see all the other five planets are in Kendra?
Kendra.
Moon exalted, but also in Amavasya. Okay, so that means afflicted moon. Moon aspecting the in Kendra, sitting in Kendra, aspecting the Kendra. That is the first house. That is a combination of Kendra and Trikona. Here, mind, body, and your actions will not be in your control, because you're completely under the influence of malefics, you're completely under the influence of Saturn, you're completely under the influence of Sun aspecting Krur, aspecting the first house.
Nobody know what will happen, Akashji. I know one day I think that I want to drink something different. So what I did, I take one jar of mixer and put mango in, chiku in, banana in, then few biscuits in, and so many things I put. It's, let's see what it's make today. And when I drink that it, I was confused what it is. Whether I say this is very good or not. Now you see in seventh house there is Buddhaditya Yoga, there is Amavasya Yoga, there is Mahalakshmi Yoga, there is so many gadgets. You can see any yoga. It is in the one house together. Now what will happen? This will happen according to the same with my shake. This is no taste. I don't know what taste it will be.
Exactly. So it is the time to for lot of introspection, lot of solitude, shanti, quiet. You will feel aggressive, you will feel very happy. Yeah, some people may get extreme good news related to partnerships, but some people may get cheated also in partnership. So for that, for good news also, let's not make a fuss. For bad news also, let's not make a fuss. Just be very quiet, very calm. This is the time that your patience will be tested for the next 3 days, that how calm you are. I'm telling you, Rohitji, you are also here. I am also here. Everyone who's listening also is here. You will see the comments below, and everyone come and see the comments also of people that, man, this is happening, that is happening. This is the time that there is one positivity, that in competitions, if you are trying to achieve something, yes, you will find greatness there, because Mars is sitting in the house of competitions and aspecting the first house as well. So that is where courage will be there. But otherwise, a relationship is the most important place where you need to take care of. Also believe the problem is with your ears. When the third house lord is in the fourth house aspecting the first house, you will be very important, not ear disease, but very importantly, you have to understand that someone telling something to you or communicating something to you can be false as well. So you do not need to believe other people unless and until you have proper evidence. So my idea or my suggestion or my advice would be just to be extremely underground, not to come out at all. Like, be the Scorpio you are. Go under the sand and sit, relax. Let the best of best people come there for food, but don't take it. Be what is hungry during this time, because what if you're taking that food and that has poison? That is how it is. So this is the time not to receive anything, not to give anything. Just be very very underground. Be very very silent. Do this mantra: Brahmaa Muraaris-Tripuraantakaarii, Bhaanuh Shashii Bhuumisuto Budhash-Ca, Gurush-Ca Shukrah, Shani-Raahu-Ketavah, Sarvo Graha Shantikara Bhavantu. I'm going to be putting this mantra in the description. Also, you can search it on YouTube called Navgraha Mantra. You will get it. And this is the only last resort that you can do during this time. Otherwise, you do any remedy, nothing is going to work. This is a mantra from the Rig Veda, yeah. So it is a very absolute wonderful mantra. Okay, it is, I think, 114, first verse 14th. This is Brahma Murari. When they talk about the Navgraha, this is what it is. So you have to do this absolutely at the most. All the best. Otherwise, there is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. And those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. Now, there is one good news in this video where we are getting struggle. This is like find your partner service of AC Astro marriage announcement. Now, what we are doing here is that, many people, I do 10 appointments a day, 5 are about marriage. When am I getting married? I am manglik, I am this, I am that, whatnot. What is my age? Here on this platform, what we are going to do, we are going to be announcing about you, about by putting your chart in on the screen, like, okay, this is the chart, this is the person, this is how their planets are, this is their mangal dosha, not dosha, this is their current age, this is their profession, this is their contact details, and you should contact them for marriage. Only very very serious people who do registration here. It is not like it is not like, I want my cat to get married and dog to get married. It is real people, real marriage, real associations, and real interest that you will get. Because see, I think if 10,000 people are watching this video, 3,000, 4,000 people are looking for marriage, so you will get so much potentially very very fast. And what if this is the way? I think this is the new way, Rohit ji, when digitally people can connect with each other and try and get. My role here is, I will get the chart. I will give you your details here. You will be contacted by many people that they are interested, this and that, and then it is your choice that should you go about and what should you not go about. And if you think that you like it, you want to go about, then you come back to me. I will do your chart matching, and then we will let you know that, okay, if this is working for you, not working for you, what is happening. Reggie, what do you think?
I think this is great initiative, and for me, in my life, I can see that marriage is not like the older times. You see, 32 gun matching, it's okay. 30 gun matching now, it's not. Now these days, this is a modern time astrology. That's why we are taking this initiative. Somebody will see seventh lord in sixth house, will say, "Oh, you will not get married. Loss of marriage. This that. Why? If that person will marry to lawyer and doctor, everything is solved." So this is why AC has to bring this initiative, that we will see everything scientifically once you get, tie up with each other. So this is great initiative.
Not only that, it is also important. I know many people will be not comfortable by sharing their we can hide their name as well, that this is
Yes,
there is
yes.
this girl, this is a chart of a girl, this is the thing, and this is their email ID only, that not even WhatsApp number, email ID where you can contact them for marriage. So it is going to be a very continuous effort, and every video I'm going to be promoting this for the next few weeks, so that at least we can find some potential matches for people who are in a lot of trouble. I'm telling you, I have a pilot friend, Rohitji. He is 87 born. He said, I am so busy in my life, I cannot go and do dating, this and that. I don't have time because I'm flying almost 28 days a month, 2 days holiday. So he's like, I want to get married, so that if I get this kind of arrangement in my life of marriage, I can cut down my work, and then also start my family. So very good pilot, man. Very handsome looking, good guy, Brahman, Bharadwaj, no non-veg, no drinking, no smoking, nothing. Very, very nice family. Mother, father are there. He lives alone, has his own house. What all we need, man? But he's not finding a girl, only because he's not Manglik also. So many, so many people I have saved the chart. I think when we take this service, it will be more serious. Seriously, we will be looking at this, and people may contact you, because I'm going to be in the end of every video. I'm going to be putting the details of marriage, so that you can be contacted.
Akashji, there is one a famous person in Mumbai. He just give a knowledge about stock market and share. Very famous. I don't want to take name, but he's famous. You put on a Google, the first name will be his. He put his ad on YouTube daily. When I watch some video, his ad came, and he say, people say me, you are such a big person and you do this webinar and this, and you charge money for this. Why? He say, I want to say that anything which is given for free, people don't take it seriously.
I'm telling
Very
you,
good
Rohit,
friend. That's
I
why
love
I am charging.
I am told you I am find a person. I told you in the earlier also story I told, that she told me that my child is not eating from last 3 days. I'm like, 3 days, man. Give me the birth detail. 1 year old child. I was doing the reading, and I am giving all this explanation. No, you should do this, and let's do this small remedy. Let's put this kind. And I'm like, okay. So later I find out that that child is a cat. Such stupid people also exist on this planet. It can be their child, but tell na in the beginning that, okay, this is a animal chart. There's a very
Yeah,
different way of
everything
looking at
according
it.
to Desh Kal Patra. So you can change your viewpoint, how to see the chart and how to help this. Yes, we are happy to help the
If
cat
you
who is, can't
if
speak.
we if we refer to this book Sarvartha Chintamani, it has completely details about when an animal will be born, what is the problems in animal, how their chart has to be looked upon. I
You
am
need
doing
to
that
tell
also.
first. You need to tell first.
So crazy, man. Anyways, so custom link is in the description, or you can contact this WhatsApp. Samantha will help you to go forward into this kind of area. All the best. Sagittarius, approximately after 140 years, there's going to be a very big yoga here. When? all the planets are going to be in your sixth house, fifth house, and your third house. That means sixth house and third house is occupied, and they are all aspecting the 12th house of losses, expenses, some kind of trouble. Now, sixth house is the house related to diseases, house related to enemies, house related to your debt, and what everyone is looking at the 12th house. That means this is the time people will really feel the pain of this death that they have, of the diseases that they have, and of the enemies that they are trying to accomplish or trying to cater during this time. Whatever enemies are in front of you will be acha, positively. The enemy also will be having the same kind of status, because it is like, it is not for everyone, right? Everyone will in the world will have this kind of placement. Here, Rahu, if you consider Rahu's drishti, I don't consider, but many people consider, it is also looking at the 12th house. Saturn also looking at the 12th house. All the 5, 6 planets, other 6 planets are also looking, except Ketu, everyone is looking at the 12th house. If you see, what does this mean? That, there is lot of difference of opinion for the 12th house. That is isolation, that is jail, that is hospital, that is problem related to health, sudden events such as accidents, sudden events such as immediately arrest, someone arresting someone going to jail, someone getting bail, someone not getting bail, someone parole cancel. So many things that can happen, especially it is in front of you. It is not like something made up by me. Everything is in front of you. Mars aspecting the 12th house, all the 5 planets aspecting the 12th house, and Saturn aspecting the 12th house. Rahu, if you consider aspecting the 12th house, communication wise, if there is any problem, losses. House wise, if you're trying to buy something, sell something, vehicle, losses. Children wise, education wise, going to a foreign country, fraud, losses. Speculative gains, you're thinking something will come but money will go. All the debt that is supposed to be paid, or that was supposed to be paid, and you were getting leverages, everything cancelled. So it is not a very good time for anyone, like not only you, anyone, any ascendant. During this time, what is required? Surrender, complete surrender, because such kind of events do come in life. And here surrender is the beautiful word saying Brahmaa Muraaris-Tripuraantakaarii Bhaanuh Shashii Bhuumisuto Budhash-Ca Gurush-Ca Shukrah Shani-Raahu-Ketavah Sarvo Graha Shantikara Bhavantu. This is a small mantra where you have to make sure that you do this. It is in the description, and you can just find on YouTube, like saying Navgraha mantra. Those who are watching from foreign countries, very difficult from them to pronounce, so at least listening to this, meditating over this is also good. This is the time not to indulge into any fight, not to get into alcohol, not to get into drug substance abuse, because this is the time you're very vulnerable towards going to hospital or going to jail. No lying, no fraud, nothing related to speculative gains, like, okay, someone is telling you, give me this much money, let me invest here. That person is also having same thing. It will be loss for him also, for you also. So avoid everything. Just for 3 days, be completely underground, silent. That is what I would suggest. All the best, man. This is just a caution video, and I hope everyone's safe. There's a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments, and those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. When we talk about Capricorn ascendant people, Rohit ji, this is your ascendant as well. Now here, your this yoga or everything is happening in the 11th house, related to elder siblings, related to social life, related to your networking, related to gains, related to colleagues, related to anything that other people are supposed to do for you. Here you have to be extremely careful in trying to do any kind of transaction related to property. है ना? See, now Saturn from the second house aspecting the 11th house, Mars from the fourth house aspecting the 11th house, all the 5 planets sitting in the fifth house aspecting the 11th house. In fact, Rahu also, if you take the aspect of Rahu, which I don't take, because K. Rao sir says no, there's no aspect. So Guru is great, Guru is God, whatever he says is God. But someone who takes, if you see that Rahu is also aspecting the 11th house, losses, social status in social life can become zero. Some kind of defamation can come. Problem related to children can come, because all the planets, see, Amavasya, moon gets exalted, but even with sun it creates an Amavasya. It is making Gaj Kesari Yoga, it is making Buddha Chandra Yoga. So many yogas are happening in one day, in one Sala house only. So many things happening. What we need to do, extremely careful, man. Nothing related to education. No money has to be given to anyone, any agent or anything to education. A share market, those who are completely rely on share market, you will see that in next 3 days share market goes sudden ups and downs, because Scorpio, man, suddenly hidden things will come out. Lot of things will be up and down. You will all see. and there will be problem related to there can be problem related to property or vehicle transaction. Nothing, say, just be quiet for 3 days, not to do anything. This is the time that you should be praying towards, because fifth house is the house of dharma, also mantra chanting. And this beautiful mantra from the Rig Veda: Brahmaa Muraaris-Tripuraantakaarii, Bhaanuh Shashii Bhuumisuto Budhash-Ca, Gurush-Ca Shukrah Shani-Raahu-Ketavah Sarvo Graha Shanti Kara Bhavantu is going to help you the most. Try to do this mantra, try to do as much chanting as you want, and this is going to help you during this difficult time. Next 3 days, silence is the key of success. Saturn says, I'm very slow here, I'm not going to do anything. You have to be silent. Silence. Okay. All the best. Take care. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments, and those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. For Aquarius ascendant people, now approximately 140 years and later, I know I'm repeating everywhere, but because you know what happens, Rohit, when timestamp comes, people will just click on Aquarius and come here. They will not understand, want to listen to anything else. Here for Aquarius ascendant people, there is another good news that we are doing the new marriage registration. For that, you have to go end of the video and see what it is. Anyways, here your 10th house career is absolutely into lot of spotlight during this time, because Saturn, Rahu, if you consider Rahu's drishti, for example, the ninth drishti of Rahu is happening on the 10th house. If you can, what consider Mars 8th drishti is happening on the 10th house. All the 5 planets sitting in the 4th house are looking at the 10th house. So every one man is looking at the 10th house. That means the spotlight is on the 10th house, and there can be a lot of suggestions, opinions, trouble, you know, conflicts in the area related to your workplace, in the area related to your career. Many people who would waiting for some kind of suddenly something good also can happen, because Mars is aspecting it. If you're going through some awesome dasha and mahadasha, then you are very, very sorted. But otherwise, if you're not going through awesome dasha and mahadasha, this is the time of extreme caution related to career, especially communication in your career. You don't have to be aggressive. Written communication should be completely avoided. Nothing in written. No WhatsApp conversation with your friends, with your near and dear or neighbors about some other gossiping about it will be coming out, because third house is house of communication. Eighth aspect is hidden things coming out. So that is means hidden things will coming out. All the 5 planets, moon and sun, are making an amavasya also. This is amavasya time. Moon, on the other hand, is exalted. A very good time for occult practices to get siddhi, but not a good time for career. And Moon is debilitated aspect on the 10th house. It can create loss of reputation, loss of power, job losses. I don't want to give bad things to universe, but something very, very extremely bad also can happen. But what we need to do during health of father, health of mother, both has to be balanced during this time. There can be sudden events because of which you may have to travel somewhere from your home country, from your foreign country. There can be some kind of events like that also in the next few days. So extremely cautious. What I would suggest, there is a Navgraha mantra, that is Brahmaa Muraaris-Tripuraantakaarii, Bhaanuh Shashii Bhuumisuto Budhash-Ca, Gurush-Ca Shukrah Shani-Raahu-Ketavah Sarvo Graha Shanti Kara Bhavantu. This is the most absolute important mantra that you should be doing in the next 3 days. The mantra is below, given in the description. So just either search it, Navgraha mantra, on YouTube. You will find it, and be very, very safe. No property transaction, no vehicle driving fast, nothing. Everything where you have to be extremely safe during this period. That is going to help you the most. All the best. Thank you. For Pisces ascendant people, when we talk about Pisces ascendant, approximately after 140 years is when this yoga is happening, when your ninth house, your Bhagyasthan, the house of destiny, will become afflicted. And afflicted because all the planets, man, are looking at the ninth house. You see Mars, the second house lord, looking at the ninth house. All the planets sitting in the third house, everyone seventh aspect on the ninth house. Saturn sitting in the 12th house, looking the 10th aspect on the ninth house. That means this is the time that higher learning, your philosophy, or some kind of brainwash can happen, where people may try to encourage you to do something wrong, something unethical, something that is not right. So righteousness will be compromised. This is a time you have to be extremely careful not to follow anyone's advice blindly, not to read something and believe it and say that okay, I should do this. This is the time that your mentors and your gurus, those who are not in good condition right now, those who are not good people, may try to put you into bad spotlight. So extremely careful for your father's health as well. And communication wise, very careful, because your communication which is negative can put your destiny completely at zero, bring at zero in the next 3 days only. Suddenly, it is said that it takes a lifetime to build a reputation, but minutes to destroy. That can happen. Absolutely careful. Make sure that during this time, make the use of mantra Brahmaa Muraaris-Tripuraantakaarii Bhaanuh Shashii Bhuumisuto Budhash-Ca Gurush-Ca Shukrah Shani-Raahu-Ketavah Sarvo Graha Shantikara Bhavantu. The mantra is in the description. You can go there. You can read that mantra, and that will help you the most. Now, Rohitji, so those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe and do comment below and let us know how do you feel about it these next 3 days. Here, Rohitji, the new initiative by our team, and that is marriage announcement. So what we are doing is that if you want to announce your chart or your preferences or the kind of person you're looking for marriage, we have a very big database. We have a very, very extreme big database that can help you to get attracted to people that you are kind of looking at. And those people who are dharmic people, who are spiritual people, who are believe in astrology, who believe in planets, who believe in this association that our ancestors are using, the chart matching. So what we will do is that we will be taking your details. We'll be discussing. If you don't want to give your name or just want to give your email, just go and make a new email and give it so that you get proposals there. It is a very, very good time for you. On the other hand, it is also good for people like I was telling Rohitji, my friend who's a pilot, who's a Bharadwaj, who's a Brahman, who's 87 born, 17 years experience, very, very busy, very, very nice job, looking for marriage. And I got this idea that why not we should, like, I told him that I will announce your chart, saying that what is your gotra, what is your where do you belong, where do you stay, do you have any preferences, that if you get more married to a foreigner, to Indian, whatever it is, I will give all the details. Let people contact you, and then you can see that okay, man, how do I need to go about. Parents who are very, very concerned about their partners, we give advertisement in newspaper, this and that. What? No one will contact you here. At least people who are same like-minded will immediately contact you, saying that okay, this is my details and this is how I need to move forward. What do you say, Rohit? Tell me.
Uh, I think this is great, and you have the first enrollment. What you told here, that the pilot friend of you want a girl, and he's so busy that he cannot do, search for the girl. And this is the right platform. You have so many. We are the bridge. We are the just the bridge between the two people. Maybe some girl or some boy sitting, maybe I am so educated. I want to go Canada. Maybe I get some person. Maybe somebody sitting in Canada thinking, oh, if I get some girl or boy to marry in India. So we are bridge between the two. We are nothing. God has make us a bridge. So
Yeah.
I think people can take most of it. They can take benefit of this service.
Yeah, register here, and you will get all the details once you tell Samantha that I want to talk about the marriage announcement. She will let you know what is the full procedure and help you. We can maintain your privacy. Everything is at priority as per your requirement. And let's go, let's take it, let's see this initiative how it works. I think it is for the betterment of people, but only serious people. It's not like kids that they want to get married. People who are really at age, when they're thinking they're vulnerable now, they want to get married around 28, 30 years. Nowadays the fertility problem is so big that women after 33 years are not able to conceive. So that kind of people who are exactly at that stage, who need help, this is for them. So don't, no fun, you will be blocked immediately. All the best, everyone. Make sure that you make the most of it during this time. Be cautious, be safe. Rohitji, you also be safe. I will also be safe. And today I will close the video by saying Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hanuman, Jai Mata Di, Jai Ma Lakshmi, Om Namah Shivaya.